You know, it is New Year's Eve. It is totally New Year's Eve time right now. It is the time for New Year's Eve. It is the New Year's Eve that is happening in our faces. And I want to welcome you all to the Beercast tonight. I am really glad that you guys decided to hang out with me tonight. Now, I know that a lot of people out there right now they've got parties going on, and they're chilling out with their friends, and probably not as many people are going to watch this live as normal, but that's fine with me. That's fine because I want to be here for you guys who don't necessarily have anybody to hang out with. Because I've been on New Year's Eve before, and I've like literally, it was almost heart-wrenching. I had to work on a New Year's Eve once when I was being a security guard, and I was doing a patrol at exactly midnight, and I heard people, off at parties, and I could hear them counting down and screaming and having fun, and I felt really lonely. I felt like crap, and I don't think anybody should be lonely on New Year's Eve. I don't want anybody to be lonely out there, so if you guys, if any of you guys don't have anybody else to hang out with, then you know what? You're hanging out with me. We're hanging out. We're gonna hang out right now. We're gonna sit back here. We're gonna put our hands in our pants. Yeah. There we go. And we're just gonna chill out. That's what we're gonna do tonight. Now I broke a little bit of a rule in that I use Happy Brie Year. Wayo Rule says Happy Brie Year. We're gonna see if I'll tell you this. And Tommy Davison, don't get ahead of me. Tommy Davison says you're drunk already, aren't you too? Yeah, that was the second thing. Hang on. Happy Brie Year. First of all, if the whole thing with Great Giraffe keeps going on, and then I promise I will keep it going. I will actually do another segment live at Anthrocon, and I will keep Great Giraffe alive. As far as me already being drunk, yeah, broke a little bit of a rule I have on the show, which is not to pre-drink before the show because I don't want to get all sloppy. But it's New Year's. It's New Year's, right? So I've been drinking my other beer. My other beer. This is my other beer, and I've been drinking my other beer. I'm gonna yeah, okay, I've been drinking my other beer. I apologize for that, but hey, it's, like I said, it's New Year's. And I'm going to try and keep on top of things, and I'm going to try not to get all slurry and crappy and slow. Because I've watched back some of my old Beercasts when I had a little bit too much, and I'm in slow mo. I sound like George Bush. It's not good. So we're not going to do that. Ryan the Bear says, vodka gets me in trouble. A lot of trouble. Vodka is one of those drinks, and I will admit it's a little bit interesting. It's pardon me. It's a really good drink because it's such a purely made drink that it leaves very little hangover. There's no pollutants in it. There's no color. Even though I love my favorite booze is, and I'll say this, is actually American bourbon. I love Scotch, but American bourbon, that's my favorite ever. However, because of the sugars and the pollutants in it, it will give you a hangover. Vodka, you can drink that until you're nearly dead and wake up without a hangover, which is really great thing about vodka. God bless the Russians. Yeah, that's what we're drinking tonight. And Jonathan says, all aboard the Brie train! Because Jonathan, he's our train guy. I actually don't think that Jonathan is a person. I think Jonathan is a train. He is a train. There's a train somewhere sitting there, and he's typing with his tires, with his wheels. He's got a little keyboard. He's typing with his wheels. There's a train. He's a train. He is actually literally a train somewhere watching the show. So I am happy to have a train that watches my show. Oh my gosh, look at all you guys are here and everything is awesome. New Year's is a crazy thing because it's you guys know this and I know this. It's not really any kind of actual universal marking point of anything. We made this up. We made it up. We decided that when we're at this point in space, then it's another year. And honestly, we're not even in that point in space anymore because the sun has moved and we will never be at the same point in space twice, ever. So it's just a sort of a mental concept. However, be that as it may, one thing that's awesome about, hang on, and Ninja, I will get to that in a minute. One thing that that's really cool about New Year's is that, whether or not it's a psychological concept, it's a good one. It gives us all this kind of chance to say, okay, we get to restart. We get to restart on another year, and we get to redo, and we get to go, okay, that year's over. It's gone. 2015, for me, not the best year. In fact, for a lot of people, it seemed like it was not the best year. But we get to go, okay, screw 2015. It is gone. We don't have to deal with that anymore. And now we get to go on to a new year, at least in our minds. And this is a good thing. And what I want to ask, what do you guys want for 2016? What do you want for 2016? Because I can tell you right now, what I want is I got my Patreon started and it went and it was far more successful than I thought it was going to be. It's absolutely going to allow me to do everything that I'm going to be able to spend all of the times, not just part of the times, but all of the times I'm going to be able to spend in the studio. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I sleep in the studio. I have a pile of couch cushions. You always see that back there, right? That's a pile of couch cushions, and that's my bed. I lay those down on the floor, and I throw blankets over them, and I sleep on those in the studio, right in front of the ranting curtains here, and that's where I sleep. And I sleep there, and I wake up, and now I'm literally constantly working. I mean, I go to sleep, I wake up, I may have like maybe 30 minutes, an hour, where I kind of just sit around and go, and just kind of let my brain boot. But other than that, I get up and I'm in here and I'm on the system and I'm working all the time. I probably work like 12 to 16 hours a day. And people are like, oh God, you work too much. You should No, I love it. This is what I love to do. I love working like this. And you guys have given me the biggest Christmas present. Somebody earlier asked, what'd you get for Christmas? What I got for Christmas was you guys supporting me, because that means that the best gift that I got for Christmas was that I'm now able to work. I'm able to work in the studio all the time, and that's all I have to do. I can work in the studio, and I can just chill out, and I can do what I do, and that's, I can go to sleep in here. I go to sleep, I wake up, I start working again, and that's what I do, and I love doing it. And that is the greatest Christmas present I have ever had in my life. It really is. So, yeah, I wanted to thank you guys for that. Deegan says, 2 is a workaholic. I have been accused of that. I have been accused of that by other people I know who are workaholics. They're like, you're a workaholic. It's all I do. It's all I do. I literally never do anything else. I don't, everything that I am, everything that I do, everything that I want to do is in here producing videos and comedy and material. That's all I ever want to do. And now I'm able to do that all the time. And that is totally amazing for me. I mean, you guys have been amazing. You're amazing. You are so amazing. I'm going to write a note. I'm going to write a note to you. Hang on. I'm going to get, this note is for you guys. It's just especially for you guys. And I want you to take this seriously because it is from my heart. All right. There we go. Here we are. You are amazing. You are so amazing. See, I wrote it with my hand. I wrote it down with a pen. I wrote it down with a pen that has a little light in it. I mean, how much more serious can you get than that? I just dropped everything. Everything just fell down. I don't know. This fell down and the other thing fell down. Oh my God. Let me put that back. Sorry. Oops. Anyway, what do you guys want from 2016? I know, like I said, what I want from 2016 is just to simply be able to work. I want to be able to make so many videos for you guys, and I want to be able to stay in here and just absolutely make all kinds of stuff for you guys. That's what I want for 2016, and it looks like it may happen. Looks like this actually may happen for me. So I want to know what you guys want from 2016, because some people think that Tristan Wolf says a pen that has a light in it that was made in space. I love space. People are saying 2 cents with Jibba. 2 cents is coming. I'm going to talk about that here in a little bit, but there's going to be more 2 cents coming. I want to get your ideas on some of the things, but we're going to talk. Tiger says, "Are you attending Eurofurence this year?" Yes. 2016, I will be at Eurofurence because a graphic novel called Mira, that has been illustrated by one of the best artists in the world, Electra Fencer, is going to be released by then, and I am a co-author. She and I wrote the book, she illustrated the book, and I've got to be there for the release. So I will be at Eurofurence in 2016 because that's one of the places we're going to release the book. So another thing that I've been busy on other than just videos, I'm a busy guy. You guys have no idea. I am Tyler fucking Durden. I get maybe 3 hours of sleep a day. You have no idea, but I'm happy. BT Werewolf says, "Happy New Year from Germany too." Yeah, Happy New Year to you guys too. I'm at GMT -7, and you are at GMT +1. So you guys have had your New Year's already. In fact, I think GMT England has had their New Year's already at this point. We've still got a little while to go, but hello from the past. We are still in 2015. It still sucks back here. I hope it's better in 2016. Please tell me how does 2016 feel? Please let me know. I would like to know how 2016 feels from you folks that are in the future. Hey, what is your favorite video game on cartridge? Says Varga. That would be Conker's Bad Fur Day. Best video game ever on cartridge. Happy New Year's from the UK. Well, we're not quite there yet. Happy New Year to you, but we got a little while to go. So we're gonna catch up. We're gonna catch up with you, like always, in the United States. Holland. Happy New Year from Holland. God, everybody, wow, from all over the world, I'm getting Happy New Year's. It's awesome to watch this kind of thing going on right now. It's like 2016 feels awesome with a full belly, says Barney. I can't wait for that. I would love to feel that. Actually, I think Toaster Rabbit is bringing me home some Subway sandwiches. So after the show, I'm just gonna nosh. I'm gonna om nom me some Subway sandwich is going to be awesome. But Happy New Year's from Australia. It's fuzzy, said Gothic. Fuzzy, huh? Fuzzy? That's good. Fuzzy is good. I can deal with fuzzy. 2016 feels a bit drunk in Denmark. Right now, it's feeling a little bit drunk here too. That may just be me. Hang on a second. Oh my gosh. So, this year is over. We finally get to start a new year. I'm glad you guys are hanging out with me tonight. I'm gonna get to go on and hang out with my friend Randy and with Toast the Rabbit and with my other roommate Sprocket. Some of you guys may not have that luxury. You may just be hanging out and chilling out by yourself and watching, other people hang out or listening to parties out the window. And I wanted to do something on New Year's Eve for the folks out there who may not have anybody else to hang out with. Like I keep saying, the show is one of the big points of this show is to keep people from being lonely. I don't want people to be lonely. I hate that. I hate the idea of I get lonely sometimes too. Middle of the night, I'm lonely. But see, I play the character to the ranting Gryphon. And so if I get online, if I go on Twitter, if I go on Steam and say, hey, I'm lonely, somebody talk to me, 100 people, even at 3 a.m, will pop up and want to talk to me. I never have to be lonely. But it wasn't always like that. And I remember when it wasn't like that. I remember when I didn't have a choice. There were sometimes I just had to be lonely. And I didn't like that feeling at all. And so if I can help anybody not feel lonely, especially on New Year's, especially at a time like this, then I want to do that. I want to help people not feel lonely. I want to hang out. I'm going to hang out with you guys. You know what? Here. Me and my bird will help you not feel lonely. This is my bird. This is my little bird. This is a letter opener. But no, it's not. It's a bird. It's a little bird. And this is the eagle. And this is my bird. And he goes, bark. He just sometimes pops up. You never can tell. Bark. See? You never can tell where he's going to pop up from. Bark. And we will party. Bird. Hey, little bird. Do you want some vodka? Because, New Year's. So now drunk bird. Now he's going to be like, and now he's going to fly around all crooked and shit. He's going to fly around upside down because he's a drunk bird now. And I'm getting there myself. Oh. Tristan Wolf says, "Hello, burb." Hello. There's going to be a break coming up here in about 1 minute where I'm going to show the new pictures that you guys sent in to me, which some of them are really good. And then after that, going to go into some updates. We're going to check out the beer. The weekly beer. I think I picked a good one. I've been drinking vodka, and now I'm going to mix it with beer. I'm going to be fucked up by the end of this show. Oh, my God. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to try to keep it concise and not fall apart. I have to die a couple of times, but other than that. And we're going to talk about some other things and a couple of little things that I wanted to show you. And then later we're going to read your emails, and we're going to talk about a couple other things. I'm going to watch what you guys want to talk about. We're going to have a lot of fun. And Beercast. I'm sorry, I'm already... It's already being a real show, isn't it? Wow. Oh, man. Yes, T-Max, there will be cork. There will be... It's New Year's. There's got to be a cork. So, I'm going to take off for a break. I will be back in just a couple. Oh, okay. Yeah. I learned never to not unmute. um, so we have, I hope you enjoyed that. We do have and yeah, Jonathan's like, oh, we put that in the break. I expected that to be in the art segment. Well, I was sitting here watching the break and I went, wow, how did I fuck up and put that in the break? It wasn't supposed to be in the break. I'm sorry. It is going to be in the art segment, so I'm going to show it again. And I'm going to talk about it. But for right now, beer. Well, I have my beer. And just during the break, just so it wouldn't interrupt the show, I went ahead and opened it and I pulled out the cork because this is from the makers of that same peach beer that I had that one time. And God, one of the best beers I've ever had. And this is a different kind. It is apparently some raspberry beer from the same company. And so I'm going to try this. I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it a try. Raspberry beer from this brewery. And it's really expensive actually. This one bottle is like $6. So it's definitely imported. It's definitely it's not from here. Okay, fuck the show. Screw the show. I'm gonna drink this. I don't care. I don't care. Oh my God. You guys have got to try this stuff. Framboise? Is that how you pronounce that? Framboise? I don't know. You guys have got to try this stuff. You guys go to your local real show now. Go to your local booze emporium and you guys have got to ask for that stuff because that's really good. That's really good. Oh my gosh. That's like 5 golden Gryphon eggs out of 5. It's really good. Oh. And tell me about it. Just drink it. See, one thing older people learn is that it's much better. You just slamming drinks and getting drunk off your ass and sick. That's not fun. What you can do instead is you take it slowly over the course of a night. This is how me and BBF wind up hanging out at EF and being drunk from like 9 p.m. until 5 a.m. continuously is because everybody else is knocked out. All the Brits and all the French, and especially the Scottish, they run in and go, and in 2 hours, at most, they're on the floor. Me and BBF are still drinking because we're moderating it, and there is a certain logic to just moderating it because then you can stay drunk all night. You don't actually wind up slamming yourself onto the floor. You wind up just you do it. It's another drink. Time for another. Yes, let's continue to drink and have a good time. And this is what I almost went to Bill Cosby. This is continue to drink the vodka and you just have a good time while you're drinking the vodka because when you're drinking the vodka and the children are over there, and you've already molested children, and now you're going to drink a lot of vodka, and no, I'm not going to, okay, no more Bill Cosby. Tiger says BBF needs no sleep anyway. I don't know how he gets away with it. He and I are about the same age, and he has more energy than I do, and I don't even know how that happens. I mean, the fact that I'm almost 45 years old and I have the energy that I do is just, I think that's some kind of damn miracle. He has even more energy than I do. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how. He's crazy. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. That is so amazing. So I have you guys, I talked about that. I said I was going to bring this up before. Obviously my Patreon started. It worked really successfully. Some of my patrons are in the audience tonight. Thank you, all of you patrons. I started to make the videos. Gaming videos will come out first. Now tomorrow, got some special stuff that's going to come out. I've got another series of gaming videos for those of you guys who are watching my gaming videos. Starting a new series. I'm doing Soma, and I'm going to be scared out of my ass. My balls are going to jump out of my pants and go, "Fuck you, bitch!" And I'm going to turn into a little girl and scream and run away, because that's what's gonna happen. The rants. I've got a rant coming out, the first of many, tomorrow on New Year's Day. I planned it for that. From now on, starting tomorrow, I will have a rant out almost every single week. Probably gonna release them all on Saturday, but I'm gonna have a new rant every single week, and that's because of my patrons. I'm able to do it now, so I'm going to. Back in the day, my old audio rants, I would do that. I would sit there and once a week I would write a rant, and I would record it, and it would go up onto the show that we were doing, and I haven't had the opportunity I haven't had the time or the opportunity to do that since then. But now I do. So I can, and I'm going to, and there's going to be rants every week, almost every week. I will admit I might miss a week or two. Sorry if I do, but yeah. So they're gonna be coming out, and starting tomorrow. 2 Cent Show. 2 Cent Show will start up again. I did not expect for my Patreon to be funded so fast. I kind of thought it would, patrons would trickle in. They didn't. They just went, book it, and suddenly they were there. And so now I'm like, oh crap. And I've been very apologetic about this. Give me a little while, like a couple months, to get the 2 Cent Show going, because the fact is, what we need to get the 2 Cent Show going is more equipment that I don't have. So I'm going to have to buy more cameras and more equipment before we can get the 2 Cent Show going. And I thought I would be able to, roll into that. But it got funded so fast that I didn't get a chance to. You guys are assholes with money. You threw so much money at me that you're assholes. What? What do you want?
I've come to bring you tobacco.
You ass. I think I think Toast the Rabbit just walked in. Hi. Hello, Toast.
Hello, Bird.
Toast. How are you doing, Toast?
I am doing well. How is Burb?
Burb is Burb. I'm not Burb.
You are Burb.
I am not Burb.
You are totally Burb.
Oh, try the beer that I got. It's much better than your beer. It's try the beer.
Okay. I want them to vote on whether I should always choose the beer or not.
Shut up, because they've already been telling me to make you choose the beer. I don't. No.
Get you some nice carrot beer. Some licorice beer.
Nope. Will never happen. People are saying hi to the Toast.
Hello, all. How are you?
This is my bunny.
Yep, I'm the one that got away.
This belongs to this. He didn't get away. I caught it. That's the thing. Actually, he kind of caught me. But yes, this is my bun, and you need you need my glasses. There you go. Toast the ranching bunny. There. You actually don't look bad with those.
Really?
Too bad I'm not going to give them to you because they're mine.
I'm going to have to get a pair.
Yeah. Well, good luck. These are hard to find. Oh, my God, they're hard to find. Oh.
So did you tell them about the new rants?
I told them about the new rants. I did. I told them there's new rants coming. And I told them that there's new gaming videos coming. Because I just, on Friday, like tomorrow, Soma. But it's going to start the Soma series. And that's going to be crazy because I've already done it. I've already done a couple of them, 2 of them, and I got scared already out of my wits just at the front part of the game. So,
they're saying we look adorable together.
Wait, where can I get the shirt? Stand up. Unfortunately, I used to sell that shirt. I had a company that manufactured them and made them, and unfortunately, they're not around anymore. So that shirt is it's collector's item. You can't get that shirt anymore. What now? My shirt. I's got a dragon on my shirt. I has a huge, awesome dragon.
Flying toasters.
Well, see, no, they're not. Yeah, they're flying. They're flying bunny cookers, is what they are. Well, that's why I like them so much.
That turns you into a sky cookie.
No.
Yeah.
No, they don't. They don't cook. Dragons don't cook.
Griffins eat birds.
They don't cook griffins. You know what dragons do with griffins? Dragons play chess with griffins. Haven't you seen the pictures?
They turn you into the little chess pieces, and then they eat.
No. You've not apparently seen the pictures because what they do is they play chess with griffins because we sit around and we play chess with dragons. That's what we do. We play chess with dragons. So, badass. Shirt's so metal. Yeah, I got a kind of a metal shirt. Yep. Bah. Yay for flying toaster. Oh, I could make you flying toaster. I could just sail you through the air. I could put a little kite on your back and zing you, and you'd be a paper bunny airplane.
Why is everybody mean to bunnies? We have done nothing to you.
You're food. You're totally food. You're the foods.
You are bird. You eat everything, including yourself, if you could.
If it didn't hurt, I probably would. So, 0 says, why play chess when you can play Go? Nah, Go's okay. Chess. Nah, I gotta do chess. Chess for me is the thing. I'm sad though. Lemmy died. Striker. Yeah. Lemmy from Motorhead did die the other day, and he was a legend. Kind of a sad thing.
I think I'm gonna put Ozzy Osbourne on my ghoul pool for this year.
No, don't do that. Don't now. Don't you know what this show is about? Positive shit. Toast with those glasses looks like a younger Ozzy.
Shot in the dark.
Oh, really younger Ozzy. A 70-year younger Ozzy. Because the dude's getting on in age right now, I'll tell you that. Anyway, I got a thing to show you. And by the way, I'm not being paid for this. I'm not being paid by anyone. But every now and then when I find something that I think is really cool and it really works, it's really awesome, I'm going to show you guys. You guys, I don't know if you've seen the Dollar Shave Club commercial. If you haven't, you should watch it. Because I'm sitting there, my razors that I'm using to shave my head are 6 months old. And they're just ripping my head apart. And I'm thinking, I need to find a cheaper way because, 4 razors it's like $30. So the first thing on my mind was Dollar Shave Club, mainly because of their commercial. And so I joined it, and this is what I got.
It's actually a really nice razor.
It's actually, I like I said, not paid. I'm just saying. Now, it's not like the best in the world razor, but for like $3 a month, I mean, it's a really solid, nice thing, and it gives me a good shave. and I shave my head all the time. So, and I by the way, not only do I shave my head all the time, I shave it with no shaving cream, and I shave it I shave backwards against the grain, and it's still pretty good. So, I don't know. I know you probably a lot of you guys have heard that. I've linked like the commercial in the links below. If you want to watch it, it's a hilarious advertisement. So yeah, if any of you guys out there have been considering that particular product, it's actually pretty good. I actually like it. So I wanted to show you that because it's pretty awesome. I'm gonna have to take a break here, in which I'm going to like nom some more beer and do some more things. And after that, I will come back and I want to talk with you guys about a place that I went just recently that I think you guys might appreciate. But we'll see. So, back in a couple of minutes.
Later.
Oh, hi. I'm sorry you're back. You got well, I'm back. You cool. So yeah, good to see you back. I just a little bit of a break there where I drank most of this because honestly, this stuff it doesn't actually taste like it's alcoholic in any way. It just tastes like fruit juice. It's kind of creamy in a way. Mmm. Mmm. Is that all? Sad bird. Sad bird. This is my sad bird face because this is all gone. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's continue. Hang on a second. Oh my gosh. So, I actually, okay, my friend Randy, and I've talked about him before. He took me out yesterday. Really an interesting thing that I experienced. And this was, you have this opportunity in Colorado to actually experience these places. Okay, I died. I died on. Okay, I died at least once. I gotta die at least once in every Beercast. Either way, it's a real show now. So we went up to this place, and he's like, "There's this thing you gotta try." I'm like, "What am I gonna try?" He's like, "I'm not gonna tell you. You gotta try it." So I'm like, "Okay, let's try it." And so he drove me up into the mountains, and literally from my house, there's like you go up the interstate here. You like turn on this little road here and go that way, and you start going up, and you go up into the Rocky Mountains, onto the front range of the Rocky Mountains. They're just right there, and there are towns up in there. There are little towns up, along going up into the mountains, and there are these really cool little towns that have these quaint little houses and these wonderful little places and these like, there's no Walmarts up there, and there's no Burger Kings, and there's no Ace Hardwares. It's all mom and pop owned places, right? And these little mountain towns. And so he takes me up there and he brings me to this mountain town, and it's called Cascade. And he takes me to this bar, this tavern called the Blue Moose. So we go in there, and the first thing that I notice is the atmosphere, because atmosphere in a place is so amazing when you do it right. And this place was all wood. It was almost wood cabin-like place. It had a fireplace and friendly people and a couch that you could sit in front of the fireplace. And so we sat down, and it had all these local Colorado beers, which, by the way, Colorado is, I was in Salt Lake City once, and they're like, "Hey, we have so many local beers here, you should try." It's like, I'm from Colorado. Don't give me that. We make more local beers than any place in the country. You have no idea. And so there's this place, just this whole, backdrop of boozes at the bar, including Colorado-made whiskeys and vodkas and beers. And so we sit down at the bar in this really cozy place, and Randy orders the food. Elk pizza. It was elk pizza that we ordered. And I'm like, elk, elk pizza? Elk on a pizza? How absurd. What? And we got it, and it was like, literally, I'm not exaggerating when I'm saying it was one of the best pizzas I've ever had in my life. So I'm sitting at this place with this wonderful atmosphere, and all the windows outside are all these snowy mountains up in the middle of, Colorado, and sitting there with a beer and eating elk pizza. And it was so amazing. And I kind of had to appreciate atmosphere at that point. Because the mountains, the way the tavern was made with the fireplace and all the wood and the little things and the people, it wouldn't have been nearly as awesome if I'd just gone through a drive-through and gotten elk pizza. I mean, the elk pizza would have still been as good, but it wouldn't have been the same experience. And I think that it's something that's fun to try and look for, is really good atmosphere in a place, because that really does help the mood. It helps the experience of a place. And I would love to take all of you guys out to this place. If I could, I would take everybody. I would rent a bus and I would take all of you guys out there, because you guys would love this shit. But yeah, it was amazing. It was a really amazing experience, and I really loved it. I'm going to go out there more often. I'm going to take Toast out there. He's going to love it. He's going to be like, and he's going to freak out, because it's going to be so fucking good. It's Wolf of Sorrow says it tastes like lobster. It apparently depends on how you prepare it, because it didn't taste like lobster to me. It tasted like meat. It tasted like almost like spicy pork sausage. But either way, it was really good. It was extremely, extremely good. So yeah, gonna do that again. And now I'm gonna look at you guys, because I want to see what you guys want to talk about. I'm gonna ferment in Elk Pizza Lodge. Yes, that would probably take them by surprise, especially if we showed up unannounced, because they would not expect that. This is a small mountain town. They probably don't even know what furries are, and then there's going to be a bunch of furries walking in fursuit and ordering elk pizza. They would probably be happy as pigs in shit, but they would be very, very confused. Lobster is a yummy sea bug, says Shin. It is a yummy sea bug. Jackie Foxbutt says, waves of two, Happy New Year from Dutchland again. Hello to Dutchland. It's good to you guys have already had yours. We're still waiting for ours. It's coming up. Toaster Bunny. Oh, Toast. Hi, Toast. You're apparently on the channel. Hello. Hi, my love. How are you doing? Can I nom you? Can I have bunny pizza next? Please? Can I have bunny pizza? My God, that sounds like fun. It probably would be. Seriously. No, it was a really, really awesome experience, and we got to do that again, because that was so amazing. We're confused by pizza and cartoons. Close. You see, you don't have to open the pizza. You don't actually have to grab a little tab and try to open the pizza. The pudding is different. You gotta struggle with the pudding, and the only times that furries can't do that are when they're below 10 or over 70. And so it's just the way things work. I don't know why. Happy New Year from Norway, says Ringo Fox. Happy New Year, Norway. You guys have already had it at this point. I think you're a GMT +1, right? So yeah, you've already had yours. We haven't had ours yet. We're still waiting. Personally here, I've got another 5 hours. So a little 5 hours and 10 minutes, actually. So we're still waiting on our new year. How is 2016? Is it good? You are in the future, so we do not know. Please tell us how the future is. Shin says, where is your lucky rabbit's foot? I suppose it's on the bottom of his leg. But, hey, too, what's your way of dealing with a hangover? I'll tell you how I deal with a hangover. I make sure when I drink a lot to, as much as I don't want to, and as much as I, will forget this, I try to remember it every time. Before I go to sleep, I drink a lot of water. That's thing number one. Thing number two, to avoid a hangover, don't mix booze. Don't drink whiskey and then a beer and then a cocktail. Don't. Stick with one thing all night. Drink water before you go to sleep, and you will wake up, and your hangover, you'll be like, yep, I drank last night, but you won't have one of those nasty hangovers. It's a very, very reliable thing. Jonathan says, my little train wishes you a happy new year. It says toot toot. 2 and I live in the same time zone, so we'll be celebrating at the same time from Mim Crash. Yes, we will. We still don't have hoverboards. Isn't that a tragedy? Isn't that a tragedy? In 2016, we don't have hoverboards or flying cars? Why do we not? Why do we not have the cure to the common cold? Why do we not have this thing? This should be a thing. I don't know. It seems like, back when I was growing up in the 1970s, and I'm thinking of past the year 2000, I thought we'd all be in space. Everybody thought we'd all be in space. We'd be floating around in spaceships. Now, here we are, sitting right here. Oh, well, that's the way it goes. Why is mixing booze so bad? Alcohol is alcohol. No, I never understood that. I don't know the science behind it. I wish I did. If I did, I'd tell you. Maybe I should look it up. But it really does make a difference. Mixing alcohol it's not going to do you any favors. Don't do it. The common cold question is because of the rate of mutation. That's from 2016 here in Sweden. It involves watching 2 and praising Great Giraffe. Wait, whoa, hang on. (2016) Great Giraffe. Great Giraffe. He is the god of 2016. He is starting in 2016. He is going to be a major force of 2016, going bree, 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 all over the place. And he is a good god. He is a very nice god. He smells good too. And he's going to be very generous. This Bree god. Yes, we have a new god for 2016. Bree. And everybody's in the channels. Bree. Legion Buddy, did I ruin my realms for you? Oh, okay, that was for someone else. Sorry. Hello from New Hampshire. Hello, New Hampshire. Hi. I heard you guys got flooded this year instead of snow, which is kind of weird. We have a space probe with an ion drive too. I know we do. I know, and that's crazy. In fact, not only do we have an ion drive, but we've got this really crazy plan for a new engine that will propel things into space that uses microwaves. That's even less. I mean, it uses even less power and can go even faster. It's kind of creepy where we're going with space travel and communications. I'm really digging it. I'm digging this stuff. I'm loving watching where everything's going. Whale Rules says, Great Giraffe smells like brie. He does. She does. I've decided that Great Giraffe is a she. I think Great Giraffe is a she, and she says brie. Because, well, to be very honest, if we were going to have a god that created the whole universe and all the creatures and all the things, I would kind of consider that more of a mother than a father. So, Great Giraffe, I think, is a she. Great Giraffe is a she. So, yes, she is awesome. Brie, she says. Global warming. Space is awesome. Space is awesome. Space is, unfortunately, birds cannot go into space. I found out that birds cannot go into space because birds use gravity to swallow. They can't swallow without gravity. So there cannot be any space birds. I cannot be a space bird. I wanted to be a space bird, but no. You would apparently have to take whatever I ate and take a broomstick and shove it down there for it to even work. So apparently it can't happen. So yeah, Great Giraffe is a she. Why not? I think it's appropriate. And she created the universe by doing a backflip and saying, brie. Yep. I think 2 needs to play some Kerbal Space Program, says Lazarus. I played it. I love that game. It's awesome. I am going to take a break pretty soon. And when I come back, we are going to oh my gosh, I forgot something totally. That's okay, I'll make up for it. We're going to your emails. I'm going to read as many emails as I can from you guys. You guys sent a lot of them in, and a lot of them were good, and so I'm going to try my best to get through all of them. If I don't, I apologize, but we're going to try that again. We're going to give it a try, and we're going to see what happens. And so watch some more pictures that you guys have sent in. Some of them are very beautiful, and listen to the wonderful rights-free music that I have to use. I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry. I try to pick the best that I can. But, so yeah, I will return in just like 3 or 4 minutes, and we will do the emails, and we will have more conversation on this wonderful New Year's Eve. So, see you then. watching those photographs. Those are really good. I really love the fact that you guys send those photographs in. And sometimes they're, they have something to do with the season, and sometimes they don't, but it doesn't matter because it's things that you guys have seen and you guys have experienced, and I love to show those. I love to show those for everyone, and I hope you guys enjoy those because those are really awesome to look at for me. I like them. I hope you guys so far are having a happy New Year's Eve. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff to do, like, for the rest of the night, like, as in getting drunker than me. But for the time being, I'm going to read your letters, and there's a lot of them, but the first thing I'm going to do, because I forgot to do this earlier, is I did accidentally show it during the one of the first breaks, but this is we got this piece of artwork this week, and this is from Jonathan, Train Guy. Yeah, everybody knows Train Guy. He's always in here. He's always hanging out, and this is what he sent this week, and this is Fox character, and he is driving a train, and apparently he's driving a train pretty fast because he's kicking ass with that thing. But I wanted to show that off, and I wanted to say a little bit more about it instead of just show it in the comments because he sent it in, and I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's really neat. Sorry, I was looking at there. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to go on to your emails now, and I'm going to try my best. I'm really going to try to get through these. This is from an anonymous. Dear Two, if you had to choose a different persona, which would you choose? Zebra, dolphin, or dodo bird? Are those my only three choices? I think between those three, I would choose a dolphin because I would have to be a ranting dolphin. And if I was a dolphin and I was a ranting dolphin, then I would do it in a Brooklyn accent. I would love to just pop up out of the water and be like, "Hey, you throwing garbage in my fucking water? What the fuck is wrong with you? Hey, is that a cigarette butt? You gonna throw a cigarette? But you know what? I will kick your ass." I want to be a dolphin that just pops up out of the water and just yells at people in a Brooklyn accent. That would be a cool thing. This next one's from Cedar. He says, "It's been a long time since I wrote to you. Well, Christmas is coming up." This was before Christmas. "And this is the first one without my dad. Last year we had Christmas over Skype because he was in the hospital on a respirator. A few weeks later, he died when he had them take him off the respirator. I'm glad you're doing the show because it's helping me get through this rough time. You know, my father actually died relatively close to the Christmas New Year holiday. And that's really that's the double-edged sword of the holidays, is that if something tragic does happen on the holiday, then it's going to remind you every year of what you've lost. And me and my family, our holidays were kind of somber for years. However, I can tell you that it will get better. You'll never stop missing him, and you'll never forget it for what happened, but the pain will dull down, and you will be able to enjoy the holidays again. It's going to take time. It's just going to take time. There's nothing that no one can say that's going to just alleviate that. It's just going to take some time. Vinda, I believe it's Vinda, says, "Hello from Norway." Hello, Norway. "I have been in fandom for about a year now, and you and everyone that I've met have changed me for the better, and it has helped me with depression. I'm also so hyped for my first furry convention in May, Nordic FuzzCon. So I wanted to say thank you for all the good work you do and all the comedy that you do." You are very welcome. I'm really happy that you're going to your first FurCon. First FurCons, that's a big experience in your life. You're gonna meet a lot of people that you're really gonna form some bonds with and some relationships with as far as friends, and you will probably have post-con depression. Expect that. Expect PCD. I can tell when I go to conventions, I can tell the first conners every time, because on Monday they're sitting there on the couches and they're crying and they're sometimes weeping because they have to leave. Because it was the first time they found their people, and holy crap, these are my people, and a weekend, and now they have to go back to reality. And it may not seem like right now that it will be that big of a deal, but it could be. It can be that big of a deal. You may actually feel kind of depressed. If you do, just remember, there's always next year, and there's always other cons. You can go to other conventions, and the furry fandom is not going anywhere. We're not leaving. We're here. Here we are. I'm here. They're here. Everybody in the chat, we're all here. We're here for you. An Anonymous says, hey there too. I've noticed that you tend to make a lot of people angry no matter what you do. I would just like to say that you actually are a nice guy and not as much of a dick as people say you are. I love watching your videos too. P.S. If you ever set up a mail thingy, I'll send you some Canadian candy to try. Yeah, that does happen with me. I've noticed that there are people out there, and this is a fact, there are people out there who are entertained by being angry. And this is a human thing. Humans are the only species on the planet who are entertained by frightening themselves. We get on roller coasters, we go to watch horror movies because we want to frighten ourselves. We're the only species that does that. And lately, we're also the only species that actually wants to be angry for entertainment. And this is an internet thing. It's happened for the last few years. And people attach themselves to me for that a lot of times. I mean, I've heard some crazy stuff. I've heard people, on videos saying, well, I don't like 2 because of that time that he killed his puppy because he thought it was possessed by demons. And it's like, what? I've never owned a puppy. I have never in my life. It's a lot of stuff that people want to attach themselves to because they're entertained by being angry. So they look at me and they go, that's a guy I can be angry at. And the way I feel about that, honestly, is if they're entertained by being angry and I can supply that entertainment, then why not? I mean, I'm kind of happy for that. If it wasn't me, it'd be somebody else, right? They'd find something else to be angry about. So if I can supply that anger entertainment, then I guess I'm doing something that they enjoy. Next one is from Silverlight. Silverlight was my very first patron. Silverlight, I released the video about the Patreon, and I launched the Patreon, and I tweeted the video for the Patreon, and like 2 minutes later, bloop, there was this person is like, hi, I would like to sponsor you, and it was Silverlight, and she was my very first patron, and I will always remember that. And she says, hey, to first boss here. Yeah, she remembers. She gave me some beer suggestions for beers that I could try on the show. And then she said, why don't you try making your own beer? It's not very hard, actually, and several places sell equipment kits with most of the stuff you'll need, as well as recipe kits with all or most of the ingredients. I've made several batches myself, and there's just something about drinking a delicious beer crafted by your own hands, or talons, or paws, or whatever, that is inherently awesome. I've thought about doing that. I really have. Right now, the materials to make the stuff is kind of expensive, so we're kind of backing away from that for the time being, but that may be a thing. You may see me on the Beercast at some point with, hey, the weekly beer this week, you can't buy it. You can't get it. I made it with my face. And that may be it. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Sorry. I'm gonna drink my other beer. I've got to drink my other beer. Jonathan says, I love you too, because fun to listen to, and when you're doing Beercast, you're a nice guy. I'd buy you a beer. Would you buy? I'm drinking the other beer. I'm drinking the. Okay, that's twice. I've died twice now on the show. Pardon me. Next letter is from an anonymous and says, "Hey, two. Glad to see you made your goal for a Patreon. I hope to start contributing to it soon myself." Yay! I hope you do, but only do what you have to do. I don't, from the beginning, there are people now contributing $100 a month, $50 a month. I mean, and that's awesome. That's really cool, but I don't want people to overstretch themselves with this kind of thing. I mean, if you want to sponsor me and it's like $3 a month is all you can do, don't feel bad about that, because that really helps. All of it really helps, and it's amazing that you'd even be willing to do that. So I'm happy with that. Anyway, now to my question. I believe I work just down the street from where you live. I work overnight at a Circle K Shell gas station just off of I-25 and Garden of the Gods Road. Saturday or Sunday nights, if you ever feel like coming out to see a fan and make a really happy one at that, please do. I always enjoy seeing people when I work. Happy holidays, and I hope to see you around. You have no idea how spot on you are. You're really, this place right here, you're very, very close to it. You're like a 5-minute walk from it. I could almost open the window and I could go outside and throw a rock and probably hit you with it. Not that I would hit you with a rock. Don't throw rocks and hit people. That's bad. But you get my point on that one. There's the window. Hey, I can see you. You are actually really close to my house. So, you know what? I will probably come and I don't know. I'll grab some Cheetos or something at the Circle K, and I'll come see you. I'll just walk on in and be like, "What's up?" And yeah, maybe sometime 3 a.m. we'll just talk for a little while, because you are really close. Let's see here. What we got? Chibity. Hi, Chibity. I saw your stream on Monday and had a fantastic time. Really glad to see that you enjoyed the artwork that I did. And I hope to do many more in the future. For now, I figured I'd let you know that the time-lapsed version of the entire illustration has been uploaded onto YouTube. So if you were interested in checking that out, here it is. I did check it out, and it was really, really cool seeing you do that whole thing in time-lapse. I mean, you really put a lot of detail in that. I actually put the link for this video in the notations, or in not the notations, but the description video down, so you guys can watch it too. But it was the picture of me holding the carrot beer glass with toast in the corner, going "Heh," and me going, "What the?" There's an actual time lapse of the artist drawing that, and it's really cool to watch. This is from another anonymous. Dear 2, I just discovered your Beercast. I watched the very first one Christmas Day, and what you said about being lonely hit home. You see, every year my whole family gets together and they don't invite me. My parents leave me at home. I'm 28, so I can take care of myself, but my worst nightmare is being alone, and it happens every holiday. I usually watch for YouTube videos to cope. Thanks for the Beercast. It made my day suck just a little bit less. That's why I want to do these Beercasts. I don't want people to be alone. I don't want people to feel alone. I felt alone before, and that to me is one of the worst feelings ever, and I don't think anybody should ever have to feel that, and I don't think they shouldn't have to. And so that's one of the reasons I do the Beercast. It's one of the reasons I do the gaming channel and other things, is because I don't want people to feel lonely. I hate that idea. People sitting around in their house in the middle of the night and there's no one to talk to and they're lonely and they don't feel like they have anyone. And yeah, I know it's not as much of an interactive thing, but but as long as sometimes, and I've even had this myself, sometimes if you just have a voice that's talking to you and they know they're talking to you, then sometimes that helps you feel a little better. You know, it's something you can listen to while you're there in the house by yourself, and it makes you feel like, you're not the only person out there. And that's one of the things that I want to do with this Beercast is I want to make sure that people don't feel lonely. Because I hate that. I hate that. I hate feeling lonely. Anyway, next letter. Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan, huh? I don't want to come off as a needy whore, but I'd love to send you a little train for you train for you to put on your shelf behind you. I don't really have a shelf back there. It's not very big, about a model-sized train and a display model that don't run. It's just a locomotive with no cars. I was also wondering if we could send in fan videos in the future, maybe 30 seconds to 1 to 2 minutes at the most. Maybe fans wanting to say hi or show off something they did. The videos could be sent to you as YouTube links. Maybe a collage of fans saying, "Bree! Thanks, and Bree!" First of all, a train, I need to set up a P.O. box. I really do, because a lot of you guys are wanting to send me things. And it's not that I've been asking for presents or anything, but you guys have been wanting to send me things. And if you're going to send me things anyway, then I would love to take them and show them to you on the Beercast. And so I may just do that. As far as the videos are concerned, the problem with that is, and we dealt with this in 2 cents, is that those are going to take probably the longest amount of time in production to deal with, because I'm going to have to take them, I'm going to download them, I'm going to edit them, I'm going to stick them and it's going to take a really, really long time. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to just come up with a kind of a list of rules for, if you send a video in, it can't be any longer than this, and it can't, it's got to be this and this and this. And if you send it in and it follows those things, then I can just take it and put it into the Beercast without editing it. And I'm still considering those and thinking about what those will be. So we'll see. We'll see about, videos in the future. It depends on how many people want to do it. Inkster writes and says, "Hey, Inkster once again, dare I call you a space chicken? I wish I could be a space chicken. I cannot be a space chicken because I cannot swallow in space. I thought I'd squirt you some thinking juice your way. What if your gaming videos does end up to you eventually playing games with other YouTubers such as Jacksepticeye and Markiplier? If that happens, then I will play the best games I can with Jacksepticeye and Markiplier, and we will have fun, and we will go, game ho, and we will make the best games ever. I would love to do that. If it happens, and it does, and it will be awesome, and I think it would be fun. Those guys seem like they have a lot of fun when they're hanging out and playing video games together, so I could totally get behind doing that. This is from another anonymous. Dear 2, the very first FurCon I attended was RMFC this year to watch your show, which was awesome, and I now follow your work avidly. Thank you. Hi, thank you. Because I'm new to the fandom, I have a question about creating my character. I have been thinking I would like to make a character out of my pet cat, but I haven't heard anyone making a character out of a pet before. Also, I'm concerned about what effect it might have on my character when inevitably my kitty is no longer around. Whatever advice you have, whatever advice you would give me on this matter would be appreciated. Most furries that I've known of, the way they create their characters, they take something that's in their imagination, a character, a being that they would like to see exist, and they make that their character. So in some way, they kind of do make that character exist. This is not to say that some furries don't make characters out of their pets or out of real animals. They do that sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's one of the great things about the furry fandom, is that really no rules to this. You can just do it however you feel most creative doing this kind of stuff is the best way to do it. In the end, if when you don't have your kitty anymore, and if you do decide to make a character out of your cat, then it to me would kind of seem like a way that your cat could live on. It might be something that's comforting. I don't know. This depends on you, but it seems like it could be something that might help. I don't know. Next letter from Sora Hjort. Hello, Sora Hjort. You are right in the thing right now. I see your face. I see your face in the chat right now. Dear 2, for 2 cents, have you considered having co-hosts over Skype? I realize that having a co-host over in person would be preferable, since there are certain dynamics that come along with having someone in person with you that a video chat cannot relay. But at the same time, it would open up a selection of co-hosts immensely, including previous co-hosts that are now in a separate state from you. We honestly, I think we considered Skype for a very short time and then almost immediately dismissed it and the reason why is exactly what you say. It's just the dynamic that you have with a person when they're there with you is just that you can't replace that on Skype. There's a latency, there's a delay, there is, it just, you can't get the same feel, you don't get the same energy from each other. This is why when me and DJ Ear did the most recent season of Retromania, which is being released right now, we flew him over here. Actually, he flew himself over here because he wanted to do it so badly. We had him over here so he could be in this studio with me because it just would not work. It would not work any other way. It wouldn't be the same. So, don't think that's gonna. Skype is probably not gonna be a thing. Maybe we might call up, a guest and interview them, at points. But having a co-host over 2 cents, it's got to be in person. It's got to be right there. It's hard to explain, but yeah. Hang on. Last letter. It's from McCrash. So what would you do if a gaggle of SJWs were protesting on your university campus about some dumb shit? I mean, I have an idea of what the Ranting Gryphon would do. So do I, and it would involve rocket launchers. And it would probably involve several Molotov cocktails at a BFG 9000. But I was wondering what you would honestly do in this situation. What is, in your opinion, the most constructive way to deal with these particularly disagreeable people? The best thing you can do is ignore them. And I'm not saying that because it's some kind of higher morality thing. Honestly, the sharpest sword in your arsenal to deal with SJWs is to simply ignore them. Because if they're going to throw a tantrum and then look up and nobody's paying attention to them, then they will stop throwing their tantrum. If you yell at them, they're just going to outshout you. And if you do something even more extreme, it's just going to go into the news and get more attention. The best thing that could possibly happen is if everybody just stops paying attention to them. I'm going to have to end this. I know there were more mails, and I couldn't get to them. I'm sorry. To beercast@gmail.com. That's where you send your emails, send your photographs. It's been wonderful hanging out with you guys tonight. Send all this stuff. I will see you guys very, very shortly, probably in another couple of weeks. And send your emails in, send your pictures in, and I'm going to take off here and actually have a little bit of food and then probably get a little bit more drunk because it's New Year's. And I hope you guys have a great New Year's. So take care.